Glow, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you all had a fantastic week. We had a fun week on my channel. I did a whole series of dupes, so I will link those in the description box. Today is typically when I do my Friday favorites, but I only had a couple of favorites this week, and so I kind of wanted to showcase this one product. It's the Loreal Pro Glow. It's the Infallible foundation, but it is the glowy version of their Pro Matte, which I typically love that foundation in the summer, but I have some thoughts on this, so I wanted to kind of make this a dedicated kind of video on that. Another one of my favorites, you might notice I have pink hair. It's temporary. It's just fun for a couple of weeks. It's a washout color. So, but I love it. I'm having fun with it. Another one of my favorites this week is the Becca Champagne Glow eyeshadow palette. I love this. I've had a palette by Becca before, just a 5-pan palette like this, and I didn't love it. However, I love the lightest shade right here in this palette right here. It's so pretty, and I like the mauve colors. So I loved that this week. And then what this video is about, like I said, is the Pro Glow foundation. I'm so in love with this. So long story short, I love this foundation, but I'm going to tell you a bunch of kind of tips and tricks that I use, and I'm also going to show you a demo. Now, whenever I went online to buy this, it had just released on Amazon, but as soon as I got to the computer to purchase it, there was only 2 colors left. I think there's 10 to 15 shades. L'Oreal generally is very good about having tons of shades in their range. For reference, I'm in the color 204 Natural Buff, and whenever I bought it online, I initially thought it was going to be way too dark for me, but I kind of blended it down my neck and it's a perfect color for me. I'm about an NC20 to NC25 in MAC, so that should help you out a little bit. And I figure that this, even if I do get a little tan or if I self-tan, this will still match me well. So let's go ahead and jump into my thoughts. And I am going to first say my favorite way to apply this foundation is with a beauty blender. It is so beautiful. Like, just the glow that this foundation gives alone and then paired with the beauty blender, it just makes you look so healthy. And I always want to look healthy and glowy. I'm loving the glowy look. I die over it, honestly. So it's definitely a more glowy foundation. However, I don't find, now let me say, I do have to blot, either add a little bit of powder in my T-zone or, use a blotting paper at about hour 8. But anything up to hour 8, I'm perfectly fine with. But after I powder or blot my face with oil sheets, it does get better and I can wear it for another 8 hours. So I don't think that it is super high maintenance as far as looking oily goes. However, if you have extremely oily skin, definitely use a setting spray, use a mattifying primer, and set your foundation, or set, where you get oily. I get oily in the T-zone, so I set it there. But use a powder if you're super oily, like a mattifying powder. But I do think it could be doable if you're oily skin. Like, if you use all those mattifying products and then just use this, I think you'll be good with it. It is a little bit less coverage than the matte version, in my opinion. I would say it is a medium coverage, but you can build it up to full coverage. But I just like wearing it as a medium coverage because it's super lightweight and it still lets your skin breathe and kind of shine through and look super glowy. So because I'm extra and I like the extra glow, I did set my whole face with the La Mer powder, which is a setting powder. It's a translucent powder, but it doesn't make you look matte. Like I said, I love the glow. I heard that that's being discontinued though, so that's sad. But the RCMA powder or the Laura Mercier setting powder will set it beautifully. But I don't think that you need one necessarily with more coverage. So sometimes I will use a, medium kind of lightweight foundation, and then I'll put on like a powder foundation to set it, but that adds coverage. With this, I don't find that I need the added coverage. It's just such a beautiful foundation on its own. So that's kind of my thoughts, and I wanted to share this as a Friday favorite because it definitely was this week. I mean, I love the L'Oreal Pro Matte, but sometimes I don't want a matte skin. I don't want a matte face, and so I think that this is a really good product, especially if you are dry and you couldn't really love the L'Oreal Pro Matte. Try this one, girl, as soon as it gets available. If it's available, I will link it below because I'm sure these kind of things go in and out of stock. But look at your local Walgreens. I think it was $10.99 on Amazon and it was free shipping. So, but start checking around locally if you want to do it that way. I'm going to go ahead and insert a clip of me later on in the day so that you can see what it looks like after a full day of wear. And let's go ahead and skip to that scene. Okay, it's only been like a couple of hours, but it's super sunny out. Actually, it's raining. Nice. But I wanted to show you guys what it looks like in natural daylight. You guys, it is like bright and sunny like this, but it's raining. Isn't that weird? And the Jeep windows are down. But I will check back in here in a little bit, but I wanted to show you in natural daylight and after a couple hours. Okay, it is 5:00 p.m. and I wanted to show you guys, this is 7 hours. I'm about to go to dinner. Let me see. I don't know. I mean, I could kind of powder my T-zone, but I'm kind of digging the glow. Anybody else? I don't know. I keep looking at the viewfinder in the mirror. No, it's not really breaking up around my chin or around my nose. You definitely want to use a pore filler if you have bigger pores. And by the way, how hot pink is this lipstick? It's the Maybelline Vivid Rose lipstick. It's so pretty. Reminds me of summer. Anyone else? I'm so ready for summer. Okay, it is 8:03 p.m. So this has been on for 10 hours now, and the sun is still up, so you can still see what it looks like at the end of the day. It's super oily in my T-zone, that's for sure. But I was just now at a restaurant and I wasn't worried about it. It doesn't look horrible. It's definitely dewy in the T-zone. Let's see, can I scoot you back? Actually, it might be helpful if I scoot you up. I mean, I don't think it's really breaking up that bad. A little bit on my chin. I know, I'm up close and personal, but it's super helpful that way. You know what I mean? So, I mean, for 10 hours, I think it looks pretty good. If you're worried about it, you could blot it, put some powder on it, and you would be fine. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this review and demo, and let me know in the comments what you think about it, if you've tried it or if you're gonna try it. Let me know below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.